Hello, this is Mr. Naughton, and welcome to the Health Guided Lectures, Unit 3, Nutrition. Today, we're going to have two PowerPoints for you. The first one's going to be facts on fats, and the second one's going to talk about blood fats, cholesterol, and all the rest of the things that have to do with consuming fat nutrients. So, our first lesson is on facts on fats. Fat cells found in your body. Bad news is the number you have is permanent. It's based on heredity, so you can thank your parents for the number of fat cells that you have in your body. But there is good news. You can make those fat cells either larger or smaller. You have the power to do this through exercise, through diet, through healthy choices. There's two types of body builds. There are the apple body build, which carries extra weight in the upper body, and then there's the pear body build, which carries extra weight in the lower body. Now, males will tend to have more of an apple shape, where they'll carry their weight above the waist, and females tend to have more weight below their waist, like a pear shape. Thus, the red shorts, the red bathing suit for the apple shape, and that light green bathing suit for the pear shape. So, the apple shape is actually an increased risk for these diseases, and the pear shape less likely to suffer from these diseases, like heart disease, diabetes, or hypertension, because the weight, the fat that is accumulated above the waist is closer to the heart. So the more weight that is closer to the heart, the more obstructions or blockages around the heart, the more opportunity for heart disease, hypertension, and diabetes. The apple-shaped person is actually easier to lose weight, or also known as easier to shrink cells back to normal. And the pear shape is harder to lose weight, harder to shrink those fat cells back to normal. So, good news for apple-shaped people who are carrying extra weight above their waist. Even though they are more at risk for those diseases, it is easier for them to lose weight, and it's much harder for the pear-shaped body builds to lose weight. So, when we're talking about weights, we're going to talk about weight and metabolism. So, the set point is the weight at which your body feels comfortable. And this can fluctuate based on your diet and your heredity and your age and your gender and also your exercise level. Metabolism, the chemical processes that are necessary to maintain life. The metabolism is the rate at which your body breaks down food or breaks down energy. And there are three basically processes that are going to be breaking down energy and using calories in your body. As you can see, that metabolism is the biggest part, that big chunk of blue in the pie chart. Thermogenesis is the natural breakdown of energy due to your body's core temperature, and activity, the amount of calories you're burning due to exercising. So, some substances necessary for life are created, like enzymes in body tissues during metabolism, and some substances are broken down to actually give you energy. So, during metabolism, you are creating enzymes and using energy for body tissue repairs, and then some substances are getting broken down to give you the energy that you need. So, the relationship between set point and metabolism are opposite relationships, which means if your metabolism goes down or slows down, which means your set point or your weight will go up. So, if the rate at which you burn fat and burn calories goes down, your set point will start going up. And if you want your set point to go down, you have to increase your metabolism. So if you want the weight at which your body feels most comfortable to be low and to be healthy, you have to increase your metabolism. And we'll talk about how to increase your metabolism in a little bit. So how do you adjust your set point, or how do you increase your metabolism? Well, what you can do is you can start eating smaller meals more frequently. This is going to keep metabolism high by preventing hunger. And exercising. Diet and exercise must go together. Okay? Otherwise, your set point will go up, your metabolism will go down. So the combination of dieting and exercising, as well as getting enough sleep, as well as taking care of yourself, are all going to play a big role in the weight at which you feel most comfortable. We're going to skip the story. The story will be something for... Actually, you know what? We're not going to skip the story. Let's talk about the story. So, it's 9 days until the school dance. Molly wants to lose 8 pounds so that she can fit into a size 4 dress rather than a size 6. She decides not to eat breakfast and hurries out of her house so that her mother will not catch her. At lunchtime, she is hungry, but only has a diet soda and an apple. By dinner time, she is starved, but she keeps her goal in mind and has only a salad with low-fat dressing. Molly continues to eat this way for the next 8 days. The day of the dance arrives and she can get into her size 4 dress. The next day, Molly is starved and decides to eat normally. In the next few days, she puts back all her weight on plus 3 more pounds. Why is that? Well, the answer is because since she was starving herself, her metabolism slowed down, which means her body started to go into starvation mode. So when the body goes into starvation mode, the next time the body is nourished with food, the body is going to keep that and turn that into fat because it does not know the next time it's actually going to get fed. So you are actually tricking your body by starving yourself into storing food and turning it into fat. So therefore, that's why Molly gained her weight back plus 3 more pounds. So when we put our body into starvation mode, the metabolic processes or the metabolic rate slows down. Molly probably felt tired and less alert. Okay, so Molly's metabolism went down and her set point went up. Molly will probably become a yo-yo dieter, which means she'll have fluctuations of weight going up and weight going down and diet repeatedly, increasing her set point each time, basically increasing the weight at which she feels more comfortable, higher and higher each time she tries this. So, watch out, because as we age, our set point goes up and our metabolism goes down. It's just a natural process. When we get older, our natural weight is going to go up and our metabolism is going to slow down. And remember, fat burns only 3 calories per pound each day. Muscle burns 50 calories per pound each day, whether you are working those muscles or not. So, more muscle, more calories burned each and every day. What's a healthy way to reduce weight? Well, reduce your calorie intake. If you can eliminate 3,500 calories that you eat per week or per month, you can eliminate roughly 1 pound. Remember, set that metabolism up high, eat several smaller meals, and maintain that metabolism with exercise. Remember, the easiest way to lose weight or the easiest way to figure out how to lose weight is you have to get calories out more than you put calories in. You have to burn more calories than you consume. So if you are burning more calories than you eat, then you'll start losing weight. Why would we talk about candy bars for breakfast? Well, if you're having candy bars for breakfast, chances are you're going to be hungry well before lunchtime, and especially even if you're skipping or having very short meals. Why? Because insulin. It's insulin's job to clear excess glucose out of the bloodstream. Okay? High glucose levels cause insulin to be secreted or released into your body. So, once your blood sugar is low, your brain's going to tell you you're hungry again. So the solution are those complex carbohydrates, those time-released food, those foods that will not be released until you need them. Okay? If you have too high of sugars in your diet, insulin's going to get released to get rid of that excess sugar, and then your brain's going to say, hey, I need some of that sugar. I need to eat again. So that is the cycle that people fall into with eating sugar and too much sugar. Is that normal people without diabetes, their insulin will get washed away. Their insulin will wash their sugar away, and then they'll become hungry again. Then they'll probably start snacking on candy bars once again. So we also want to kind of use this time to talk about diabetes. And there's 3 types of diabetes. Diabetes is a condition where there is too much sugar or glucose in your blood. If uncontrolled, this can cause blindness, kidney failure, heart disease, loss of toes, feet, and even your legs. Okay, so the three types of diabetes are type 1 diabetes, which is usually happens a lot with people who are born. It could be people who are born with diabetes. This usually comes on very suddenly. The body stops making insulin. It's controlled with insulin shots, healthy eating, and physical activity. This can happen at any age, but it usually occurs in children and young adults. 5 to 10% of people with diabetes actually have this type. The more popular, or sorry, not popular, more common type of diabetes is type 2 diabetes, which comes on slowly. You may not have any symptoms of the disease at first. The body is not making enough insulin or can't use the insulin that it makes. Type 2 diabetes can sometimes be controlled with healthy eating and being physically active. People with type 2 diabetes also may need diabetes pills or insulin shots. Diabetes of type 2 can happen at any age, but it's mostly found in people over the age of 45 who are overweight. 90% of people with diabetes have type 2. And then there's gestational diabetes, which is women getting diabetes during pregnancy. This is called gestational diabetes. It usually goes away after the baby is born, but these women have a greater risk of getting type 2 diabetes later in life. Children born to mothers with gestational diabetes are at risk for obesity and type 2 diabetes later on in life as well. So even when women are pregnant, they still need to be getting exercise and eating healthy, and they still need to make sure that they are up moving around so they do not get gestational diabetes. The next lesson we're going to talk about are food fats, blood fats, and calculating your percentages, calories from fat. Okay, food fats. We know this already. All fats are 9 calories per gram. 30% or less of your calories should come from fat. Okay, now let's look at the different types of fats. Okay, we're going to start at the top and go to the bottom. The types of fat, cholesterol is the worst type of fat that you can be consuming. Okay, the cholesterol is only going to raise your cholesterol levels in your body, and we'll talk about that in a couple minutes. The state of cholesterol is a solid, so it's a solid type of fat. It's found in all animal products. It's not found in plants. Remember, this is the worst type of fat. It is white, it is waxy, it is gross looking. Okay? Then, trans fat. This also raises your cholesterol level. It lowers your HDL level and raises your LDL level. So, not only does it raise your cholesterol, it lowers your HDL, which is the healthy type of fat, and it raises LDL, which is the bad type of fat. It's also a solid. This comes from hydrogenized plant oils. Okay, so these are liquid fats that are made solid by a process called hydrogenation, which is adding hydrogen to these liquids to actually make it a solid form. So it's an unnatural occurrence. These trans fats usually start off as liquids, but then they are hydrogenated, made in labs to make solids. Saturated fat raises everything. It even raises your HDL, but it also raises your cholesterol and your LDL levels. These come from plants and animals. And they're also from tropical oils like palm oils or coconut oils. This is the ingredient this is also an ingredient that's found in cholesterol. Then, as we go along, polyunsaturated fat. Okay, it does lower your HDL levels, but it also lowers your LDL levels, and these are liquids. Examples are corn oil and soybean oil. They're good fat, but high temperatures like frying can convert these up into saturated fats. So you have to be careful if you're deep frying anything or you're eating anything deep fried. And then the best type of fat for you, monounsaturated fat. It will lower your correct cholesterol levels, it will raise your good HDL, and lower the bad LDL. This is also a liquid form. These are found in plants and animals. Canola and olive oils, avocados, peanuts, salmon all have monounsaturated fat. This is the best fat that you should be consuming. Notice that the two best fats for you are liquid types of fats, and they can be found in a lot of cooking oils. Okay, here's an example of these cooking oils and which ones are the best for you. Okay, the ones with the most red have the most saturated fat. The ones with the blue have the most monounsaturated fat. The ones with the pink, polyunsaturated fat, and then the light blue are other types of fat. See, as you can see, every fat or oil is made up of a combination of fats, but some are definitely better for you than others. Okay, so we need to be able to see that, identify that. Something like olive oil with this big, nice, long, big blue line. Okay, so when you're cooking, or when you're putting on the spread, you should probably think of putting on olive oil for your cooking instead of coconut oil or instead of palm kernel oil. So, blood fats. How does cholesterol get into your body? Well, you eat it and your body makes it. That's how cholesterol gets into your body. Your total blood cholesterol is going to be your HDL levels plus your LDL levels plus 1/5 of your triglycerides. And now we're going to talk about blood fats. Total cholesterol, okay? The function is for hormones, cell membranes, and nervous system, and it's used for a lot of different things to cushion those things, to help those things, and aid those things in growing and going properly. So, to reduce this cholesterol level, though, you need to exercise, reduce your saturated fats, and don't smoke. Okay, HDL is a good cholesterol. Okay, what HDL does is it gets rid of the bad, it gets rid of the bad cholesterol and cholesterol from the arteries. Basically, it works like Drano, that carries all the bad cholesterol from your arteries, sweeps it out, drains it out into the liver to be excreted. Okay, how do you increase your HDL levels? You increase with exercise, you increase your monounsaturated fats, and you don't smoke. Then there's the LDL, the bad cholesterol. These are the things that start getting stuck to artery walls and they'll clog blood vessels. How do you reduce these? Decrease your saturated fats, decrease your trans fats. Then the triglycerides. This is an ingredient that's actually found in LDLs. So if you are consuming too many LDLs and raising your LDL levels, triglycerides also will go up as well. Again, how do you calculate the percentage calories from fat in the food? You take the calories from fat, you divide it by the total calories, and you multiply it by 100 to give you the number. Remember, you're looking for that magic number 30. Okay? I know we threw a lot at you today. There's going to be probably a lot of questions. We'll go over them. There'll be plenty of opportunities to find more YouTube videos and more reinforcement in the lessons. But we needed to get through these fats so you understand them and know what they are. Until next time, this is Mr. Naughton. Thank you for listening.